Alright, today I'm going to be doing a different type of countdown. I'm going to be giving you guys sort of a prediction slash thing I already kind of know from some of these of what I think is going to be the top 10 1-2 punches at all amusement parks combined on Earth. Well, what I mean is kind of like out of them all. So basically what a 1-2 punch is a park's top 2 roller coasters. And I know this sounds really weird. I really haven't heard anyone do this yet. I think I'm the first one, so I kind of didn't really know what I was doing. I'm just trying this out. I am probably wrong because there's probably a lot of parks I've forgotten about, but this is kind of just off the top of my head and ones that I already know about. So we're going to get right into this. Starting off with the number 10 spot, we're going to have Gold Reef City in Africa. I cannot remember where, I just know it's South Africa. Anyway, so Gold Reef City is home to Tower of Terror. It is a roller coaster that I've heard can reach up to 6 Gs, and it really is a one-trick pony. I mean, after the drop, it kind of just glides out and you're done. But I mean, come on, 6 Gs? That is incredibly intense. And I'm just really stoked to ride that one day. And of course, they have the legendary invert that no one freaking talks about, Anaconda, which is a Gaio Vanilla invert, and I have heard this thing is just crazy. I mean, it has 10 cars on the train, so just imagine how hard you're going to get whipped around on that thing. And, you know, maybe it does not have a very unique layout for an invert, but it definitely is going to be crazy intense. And Gold Reef City just overall looks like a really neat place, especially for Africa. And, I mean, they have a great top 2, so what's not to love? Coming in at number 9, we're going to have Busch Gardens Tampa. Now, Busch Gardens Tampa was recently announced to be getting RMC Gwazi, which, by the way, I haven't talked to you guys about this yet, but I think RMC Gwazi looks kind of okay right now. Maybe that's because we've only seen, like, 3 freaking elements, and already people are saying it's going to be SV. Like, just stop, shut up. But already, Busch Gardens Tampa has a great top 2. Kumba and Montu are, like, 2 fantastic-looking B&Ms. My friend Kobe, you guys know him from Coaster Watch, absolutely loves these 2, and they look really insane. Montu and Kumba just overall look like fantastic rides. They both look incredibly intense, very, very unique B&Ms, very fun looking, and definitely have some of the most aggressive elements on any coaster in Florida, so they definitely have a great 1-2 punch going for them. Number 8 is going to be one that's kind of far out there and not really that well known. This is Nanchang Wanda Theme Park in China somewhere. They're home to Coaster Through the Clouds, which is, of course, that massive intimate that a lot of you think is a Togo for some reason, and Python and Bamboo Force, which is a massive GCI that has so much airtime. It is crazy. If they RMC'd that thing, like, I do not want them to, and they would not. Why would they RMC a GCI that's newer? I need to shut up, but I'm just saying, in general, if for some freaking reason RMC were to actually mess with Python, then that would be absolutely crazy. Like, all that airtime. And Coaster Through the Clouds has so much speed. It has a crazy looking drop. It has some, you know, it's really only floater. I mean, a lot of you guys argue ejector. I'm like, no, it's really not. It's just a bunch of great floater, but it is so sustained, and I think that's what's going to make it awesome. So it's definitely 2 really, really good coasters in one park, and I'm really, really looking forward to them. They're both high on my bucket list, and one day I can't wait to get to them. Now, number 7 is going to be Hansa Park in Germany, and Hansa Park is home to Flug von Novgorod and Kernan. Now, these 2 are both Gerstlauers, and they are incredibly well themed. They're both green, so I mean, some people even get them confused sometimes, which I'm like, what? Whatever. But Kernan looks like one of the greatest roller coasters ever built. Absolutely intense. The transition looks nuts. The drop looks great. There's so many fantastic looking things about Kernan. And Flug von Novgorod looks crazy. Definitely the best Gerstlauer Eurofighter out there. Maybe. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I've heard it is from a lot of people who've ridden most of them. And they both look like great rides, and Hansa Park really has a great top 2. Alright, number 6 is going to be Warner Brothers Movie World in Australia on the Gold Coast. Yeah, this park has 2 really, really, really good coasters. DC Rivals is absolutely crazy looking. Shout out to my friend Oz Coasters. He rides this thing all the time, and I'm incredibly jealous. DC Rivals looks freaking insane. Just imagine riding this thing backwards when it's, like, heated up to its max point. Yeah, that'll be nuts, because I've watched videos of this thing haul, and you can just watch the people in the back row. You see them getting whipped over those hills and literally flying out of their seats. It looks like an absolutely crazy ride. And then the second coaster there that is probably most definitely second best is Superman. Now, Superman is a launch intimate accelerator, and it does look shorter than most of them, but it has some really, really good things going for it. Like, that launch looks powerful. The top hat looks decent. I don't really know if you're going to get airtime. I mean, you're going to have to go ask Oz Coasters for that, and he knows everything, you know. The airtime moments look pretty good, too. It flies through the buildings. It's really cool looking. And, of course, DC Rivals. I mean, what's not to love? This park overall looks really cool. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know if I would have booked a straight journey out there before DC Rivals. I might have. I mean, Superman looked cool, but now with DC Rivals, yeah, I'm definitely getting out there sometime soon. Number 5 is going to be Cedar Point. Now, I know a lot of you fanboys are probably like, oh my god, I want this higher. Well, I really wish I could, but the 4 in front of it, you might kind of see why. Now, Cedar Point has a phenomenal top 2. There are really 2 you can argue for coming into the number 2 spot. I mean, obviously, number 1, Steel Vengeance. Steel Vengeance is one of the greatest coasters ever built, if not the greatest. But what is the number 2? There are arguable spots. I mean, some people say Millennium, some people say Maverick, some people even say Top Fuel Dragster. Personally, I'm leaning towards Magnum. Magnum XL 200. I know I seem really dumb for this, but Magnum, that second half, guys, I'm telling you, it looks crazy. I've heard it's absolutely mental. Now, Maverick, I would definitely see being the number 2. I think it really might be. If it isn't Maverick, Magnum might take the cake. But Top Fuel Dragster, I mean, Millennium Force, they both look good too. Millennium is probably going to be on the lower end, but still, that just shows. You see, like, I'm literally debating on which coasters are number 2. That just shows how many awesome coasters Cedar Point has. Number 4 is going to be a park that I've actually been to. I went twice in 2018, which was completely unexpected on my part. It is Dollywood. Now, Dollywood, in my personal opinion, their top 2 is 1 Lightning Rod and 2 Thunderhead. Lightning Rod is the greatest roller coaster of all I've ever ridden. I'm not going to say of all time, but definitely that I've ridden. Now, is it my personal favorite? No. Intimidator 305 by far is my personal favorite. In fact, I kind of really call that my number 1. But Lightning Rod is also kind of the number 1. It's really complicated, but Lightning Rod is just absolutely insane. I love all the ejector, all the crazy elements. It is such a fantastic ride. I can't wait to ride it again. And guys, I literally rode it when it was apparently going slow, even though it felt like it was blazing through that course. So I'm wondering what it's going to be like when it's actually hauling and I ride it. Yeah, I'm kind of scared for that, but it's going to be absolutely awesome. And Thunderhead is just a great GCI. So underrated, so overhated, everything. It is such a fantastic roller coaster. It is rougher, but that doesn't matter. See, roughness doesn't exist. You guys got to understand that. And it is very intense. Lots of GCI bunny hops. I love it all. Getting into the top 3, number 3 is going to be one that might surprise some of you. This is Six Flags Magic Mountain. Now, my friend Max, you guys know him. This is his home park, I believe, or at least one of them. And he goes here all the freaking time. I cannot tell you how jealous I am, because this park has one of the greatest top 2s of all time. X2, which is Aero's best coaster by far and one of the best steel coasters out there, is an incredibly insane looking ride. I'm just really, really shocked at what a back row night ride looks like. I've watched a POV of it, and it just whips you around. It's crazy, and I've been told that it's absolutely phenomenal, and sometimes people even call this more intense than Intimidator 305, which, I mean, I kind of see, but I kind of don't at the same time. But, I mean, if any coaster is going to be more intense, it's definitely going to be X2. And then, of course, Twisted Colossus, which is the RMC dueling coaster. It is a Mobius loop, but it still looks phenomenal. They are both 2 awesome coasters, and I'm especially looking forward to X2. That's really high on my bucket list. Number 2 is going to be Fuji-Q Highland in Japan. Now, what is this park's top 2? Well, they own one of the most slept-on roller coasters of all time, which also happens to be one of the greatest of all time, and also the world's fastest acceleration. Ijanika and Dododonpa, or Ijanika, however you want to say it. Ijanika and Dododonpa are absolutely crazy. What a fantastic top 2. Like, I mean, the sad thing is, this park gets so many long lines, and that really is a problem, but Ijanika is definitely going to be worth the wait, and it is just bigger and badder than X2, and then its brother Dino Conda over somewhere in China, I don't even know where it is, and Dinosaurs Park, that thing looks crazy too. They're both nearly the same, but not quite. Ijanika is bigger, and I've heard it's better. It definitely flips you around a lot, and it's just such a crazy looking ride. Dodo Dumpa, on the other hand, has the world's fastest acceleration. I believe at 111 miles per hour or 110, one of those. And it just rockets you out of there in like 1.7 seconds. It's crazy. The loop looks really good as well. So both of these coasters look awesome, and it is such a great park to go to if you're looking for some good coasters. Now, coming into the number 1 spot, I'm kind of really scared what you guys are going to think of me after this one. I really know this is going to seem biased, and guys, I'm not trying to be biased here. I really am not. I've been biased a lot in the past with this place. I will admit that I have been biased before, but this time I am not, because I really don't see any other park having a better top 2, and yeah, this is King's Dominion. Now, King's Dominion, before Twisted Timbers, they would not even be on this list. They really wouldn't. But now they have one of the arguably greatest RMC hybrids of all time and the world's most intense coaster, and personally my favorite coaster. So when you combine that both in the same park, you have a phenomenal top 2. Like, you guys wonder why I love this park so much. Those two are just so great together. I mean, Twisted Timbers provides so much incredible airtime. It is such a fun ride, and it's fantastic. I was blown away by how awesome that thing was. And don't even get me started on Intimidator 305. The intensity, the overall experience, everything about this ride is perfect. I love it all. And both of these rides in the same park is just a dream come true for me. Like, every time I go here, I'm just so excited to ride them both. So that is why King's Dominion is coming in at number 1. So thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to try this out. Top 10 1-2 punches of all time on Earth. I am probably somewhat wrong with this list, but just my guess. And I have been to some of these parks and rode quite a few of these coasters. So, you know, it's all just one big guess. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Post your comments down in the section below. Did you agree? Which ones do you think were the best? Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, Coaster fans, I will see you later.